Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing Vanessa's makeup. This is her right here. Isn't she gorgeous? So first I'm gonna wipe her face clean, and then I am going to clean up under her brows. I am just using a concealer. I believe it's the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Almond. I'm just gonna do that to clean up under her brows. Here I am just going to apply that concealer all over her lid to get it ready for the eyeshadow. And next we are going to do the eyebrows. I am using the Benefit Cosmetics Ka-Brow in the shade number 3. And I am just going to brush that, I don't know what it is, I think it's like a pomade or whatever. I'm going to brush it through or apply it through, and then we are going to just brush it out. Here I am using the KKW Beauty collaboration with Mario, the Artisan Muse palette. I'm using the shade Glam King with a Morphe M576 brush, I believe it is. And then next I am going in with a little bit of I Am Inspired. So it's a little bit richer than that last brown that we used. And I am using that, oh no, I am actually using the Morphe M433 for this part. Next I am taking the M576 brush again, and I am just going to blend those colors in together. That way they're nice and seamless. And then I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M433, I believe it was, and just add more color to make sure that we don't lose the intensity of that brown. And then of course go back in and blend it again. And then I am going to take the shade So Many Paparazzi and Decade from their other collaboration, and we're basically just going to cut the crease with this. I am using a flat brush, that way it applies on there, and as you can tell, it is pretty pigmented. I love all of her palettes. I couldn't think what it was. I am going to take those browns again, and then we are just going to make sure and blend it, that way we don't have a harsh line from where we added the white. Next I'm going to take a small little pencil brush, and I am going to outline the outer part, which is like the white part. That way it looks more like an actual cut crease without having to cut the crease, you know. And then I'm going to take a brown eyeliner, and we are going to line with that. We're not going to do a wing. We're just going to line with it, as you can tell. And then next, I am going to take a small little brush, and we're just going to smudge it out with that. That way it looks more smoky and not so harsh. She said she does get oily on her T-zone, so I am applying the e.l.f. matte primer on her T-zone to help with the oils. And then next I am going to apply concealer under her eyes, under her, or on her chin and under her nose. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Almond. I am also going to apply the concealer on her forehead and down the bridge of her nose and the tip of her nose, so it appears to be a little more pinched. And then I'm going to take the RCMA, it's a foundation palette. It has all these shades. I'm taking my little spatula, and that is what we are going to contour with. So I'm going to contour around her forehead, her cheekbones. You do want to take this a little higher. You don't want to go so low with it. And then we are going to also contour under her lips. This will help give you that pouty look. And you do want to apply some above your lip as well. And of course, your nose. I'm now taking a Morphe brush, and I am going to blend out the contour first. I just feel like it blends out better with a brush as opposed to using a sponge. Now for concealer, I am going to use a sponge. This is the Shop Miss A sponge. You guys, it is so good, and I believe it's only like $1 or $2. I like it better than my beauty blender actually. And here I am using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I do like to mix my foundations, so I am using the shade Vanilla and Golden Beige, I believe it is. So I am going to apply the foundation around the perimeter of her face, and I am also going to apply some on her nose and a little bit on her forehead. Next, I am taking that same Shop Miss A sponge, and we are going to blend it all out. You want to make sure that you are patting and not swiping, and also make sure that you are bringing that foundation down to her neck so that way it can all match. So for this part, I do like to go back in, make sure that there's no creases, and then I go in with a dry sponge that has powder on it because I do feel like it leaves it more full coverage when you do it that way. And then I take a brush and then just set the entire face. I'm not using a lot of powder around her face. And then I'm going in with the ColourPop Afternoon Delight bronzer. We are going to bronze everywhere that we contoured, which is around the perimeter of her face, like her forehead, her cheekbones. After that, I am taking the KKW Beauty Very Graceful Blush. It is such a beautiful blush. It reminds me a lot of the Luminoso, but I would say this one is a bit more pigmented and has more of like a pinkish coral shade. I love it. We are getting close to the end. Here I am taking a brown eyeliner and I am going to line her waterline with it. And then that same shade that we used on the top, the dark brown, we are going to smoke out that brown liner that we just applied. And then taking the lighter brown shade that we used, we are dragging that under the darker brown. Sorry guys, I should just go back and look at the names. I forgot. And then after that, we do want to make sure to apply a little bit of mascara on the bottom because it makes a huge difference in a good way. Here I am taking the KKW Beauty Icon Lip Liner. You guys, I love this shade. You need this shade. Here I am using the Slow Down Liquid Lipstick by ColourPop with my little lip brush. And then after this, I am taking the Super Nude Gloss by KKW Beauty. I love this lip combo. I'm always using it. It's just so beautiful. And then I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer again, right where we contoured. Here I am taking the LA Girl Setting Spray. You guys, it is so inexpensive and very, very good. Your makeup will last all day. I do like to spray it once, let it dry, and then I go in back a second time, spray it again, and let it dry. Okay, you guys, so that is it. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like this so I can put some more out for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye!